Yeah, man, it was terrible. I knew I was madly in love with my wife. The minute I saw her, it was kind of love at first sight. But getting to the
Jeff Bridges is a name synonymous with Hollywood greatness. Over a career spanning more than 5 decades, he has captivated audiences with performances that range from the brooding intensity of The Last Picture Show to the iconic laid-back charm of The Big Lebowski. A true actor's actor, Bridges has earned Academy Awards, Golden Globes, and the enduring admiration of fans across generations. But at 75, Bridges has revealed something that has been quietly suspected for years, a truth about his life, mindset, or personal struggles that adds a profound new dimension to the man behind the roles. While his on-screen persona often exudes confidence, humor, or calm, the revelation reminds us that even legends have facets hidden from the public eye. This admission isn't just tabloid fodder. It's a moment that sheds light on the real Jeff Bridges, the human being behind the celebrity. It prompts reflection on his life, his battles, and the experiences that shaped both his career and his character. For fans who have followed him through decades of unforgettable performances, the news is both surprising and deeply moving, offering a glimpse into vulnerabilities and truths that were long concealed. At 75, Bridges' admission adds a layer of honesty to a career defined by excellence, depth, and complexity. It's a reminder that no matter how iconic a person may become, they are still human, still capable of struggle, growth, and revelation. What Jeff Bridges finally admitted is a story that is emotional. In Speed, Jeff Bridges' career is one of Hollywood's most remarkable stories. Born in 1949 into a family of actors, Bridges seemed destined for the silver screen. His father, Lloyd Bridges, and brother, Beau Bridges, provided both inspiration and a model for professionalism, yet Jeff carved out a path that was uniquely his own. From a young age, he displayed a natural talent, combining an effortless charisma with a depth that allowed him to inhabit every character convincingly. Bridges' rise to fame began in the 1960s and 1970s with television appearances and small film roles. However, it was his performance in The Last Picture Show, 1971, that marked him as a serious actor capable of conveying complex emotions with subtlety. Over the years, he built a reputation for versatility, seamlessly transitioning between dramas, comedies, and action films. Roles in Thunderbolt and Lightfoot, Tron, and Starman showcased his ability to adapt to diverse genres while maintaining authenticity. Of course, no discussion of Jeff Bridges is complete without mentioning The Big Lebowski, 1998. As the Dude, Bridges delivered a performance that became a cultural phenomenon, embodying a laid-back, philosophical character who continues to inspire fans decades later. The role cemented his status not only as a talented actor, but as an enduring icon of popular culture. It also demonstrated his uncanny ability to balance humor, pathos, and relatability, an ability that would define his later career. Throughout his decades-long career, Bridges earned critical acclaim, including Academy Awards and Golden Globe recognition. His performance in Crazy Heart, 2009, earned him the Academy Award for Best Actor, proving that even after decades in Hollywood, he could still deliver career-defining work. Beyond awards, Bridges is admired for his consistency, professionalism, and dedication to his craft, setting a benchmark for generations of actors who followed. But while Bridges' professional life has been widely celebrated, his personal journey has often been more private. Fans have long suspected that behind his calm demeanor and on-screen charm, there were challenges and reflections that shaped him in ways the public rarely saw. At 75, the time has come for Bridges to openly acknowledge these truths, admissions that illuminate not only his life, but also the resilience and humanity behind the roles that captivated millions. Jeff Bridges' career is more than a collection of iconic performances. It is a testament to dedication, talent, and the ability to evolve. His body of work demonstrates why he remains one of Hollywood's most respected and beloved figures. Even as the revelations at 75 offer new insight into the man behind the legend, iring and bound to resonate far beyond Hollywood. Despite his enduring success, Jeff Bridges' life has not been without challenges. For years, Fans admired the calm, almost effortless charm he displayed on screen. But behind the curtain, Bridges navigated personal struggles that shaped both his character and his craft. At 75, he has finally spoken candidly about these experiences, revealing aspects of his life that were previously only hinted at by close friends or observers. One of the most significant challenges Bridges faced was balancing the pressures of Hollywood with personal well-being. The intensity of long shoots, public scrutiny, and the constant demand to reinvent oneself can take a toll, even on seasoned actors. Bridges has admitted that there were periods when he questioned his path, feeling the weight of expectation and the loneliness that often accompanies fame. These struggles, while private, influenced the depth and authenticity of his performances. Audiences might have seen only the effortless charisma, but it was often honed through years of self-reflection and perseverance. Health concerns also played a role in shaping Bridges' personal journey. In 2009, he faced a serious battle with lymphoma, a diagnosis that forced him to confront mortality and the fragility of life. The experience transformed his perspective, leading him to prioritize mindfulness, wellness, and spiritual exploration. Meditation, yoga, and a conscious approach to health became central to his daily life, helping him navigate the pressures of both personal and professional challenges. Family life, too, had its complexities. Bridges comes from a family deeply rooted in Hollywood, and while this provided a foundation of support, it also meant that comparisons and expectations were inevitable. His relationship with his parents, siblings, and children required constant attention and balance, particularly as his career demanded long periods away from home. At times, the pursuit of professional excellence created tension, yet it also strengthened his appreciation for personal connections, grounding him in ways that informed both life and work. Addiction and temptation are often discussed in Hollywood circles, and Bridges has hinted at moments when he had to make deliberate choices to remain focused and authentic. While he never allowed these struggles to define him publicly, he acknowledges that they shaped his resilience and taught him the importance of self-awareness. His honesty at 75 is a reflection of years spent confronting these realities, understanding their impact, and embracing the lessons they offered. Bridges' candid revelations serve as a reminder that behind the glamour of Hollywood, even the most admired actors face human challenges. His experiences with illness, personal doubt, and the pressures of fame underscore a truth often overlooked. Success does not shield anyone from struggle, yet it is precisely these struggles that have deepened his artistry, enabling him to portray characters with unmatched authenticity and emotional resonance. At 75, Bridges' openness about these struggles is both courageous and inspiring. By sharing the personal trials that shaped him, he allows fans to see beyond the legend, revealing the man who has faced adversity, reflected on his journey, and emerged with a profound understanding of life, art, and the balance between the two. At 75, Jeff Bridges has finally addressed a truth that fans had long suspected, but few had heard him confirm. The revelation is not a scandal or shocking controversy. It is a deeply personal acknowledgement of his own humanity, vulnerabilities, and the private challenges that have shaped his life and career. For decades, Bridges presented a calm, charismatic exterior to the world. But behind that persona were experiences, reflections, and lessons that only now he has chosen to share. The admission centers on Bridges' lifelong journey of self-discovery, his struggles with personal doubt, and the ways he navigated the pressures of fame. In interviews, he spoke openly about moments when he questioned his own path, felt isolated despite success, and grappled with the emotional weight of Hollywood's demands. This honesty was a departure from the controlled, enigmatic public image he has maintained for years, revealing a depth that fans rarely glimpsed. One of the most striking aspects of the revelation is how Bridges frames these challenges not as regrets, but as lessons. He emphasized the importance of mindfulness, gratitude, and maintaining connections with loved ones, particularly family and close friends. Bridges acknowledged that fame can create a sense of detachment from ordinary life, and his candid reflections underscore the effort required to remain grounded and authentic. For fans who have admired him for decades, this was both validating and deeply moving. It confirmed suspicions that the man behind the iconic roles was navigating struggles just like anyone else. The public reaction has been overwhelmingly positive. Fans, fellow actors, and industry commentators praised Bridges for his vulnerability and honesty, highlighting that his openness adds a new layer of admiration to his already legendary status. Social media buzzed with support, sharing stories of how Bridges' admissions resonated with personal experiences and inspired audiences to reflect on their own lives. Critics noted that the revelation does not diminish his accomplishments, but instead humanizes him, making his career and personal journey even more relatable and inspiring. This moment also sheds light on Bridges' continued creative output. Understanding his vulnerabilities has given him a renewed sense of purpose in choosing roles and projects that resonate emotionally, both for himself and his audience. His performances are now infused with an authenticity that reflects the lessons he has learned, making even familiar roles feel fresh and profound. Ultimately, Bridges' admission is a testament to the power of honesty, reflection, and resilience. At 75, he demonstrates that life's truths, acknowledged openly, can enrich both personal growth and artistic expression. The revelation serves as a reminder that even the most admired figures have private struggles, and embracing them can create a legacy defined not only by talent but by humanity, courage, and insight. Jeff Bridges' admission at 75 offers more than a personal revelation. It invites reflection on the remarkable life and legacy of a man whose career has spanned over 5 decades. While audiences have long admired his acting prowess, charm, and versatility, the acknowledgement of his vulnerabilities now adds a profoundly human dimension to the legend. It reminds fans that behind every iconic performance lies a person navigating the same uncertainties, doubts, and challenges that touch us all. Bridges' legacy is defined by both his artistic achievements and his ability to inspire others. From early roles in The Last Picture Show and Tron to the enduring cult status of The Big Lebowski, his performances have consistently demonstrated depth, authenticity, and a keen understanding of human emotion. These iconic roles were informed not only by talent, but by lived experience, the struggles, reflections, and growth he has now openly shared. By admitting what many suspected, Bridges allows audiences to connect with him in a new, intimate way, deepening appreciation for the man behind the performances. The admission also highlights a larger truth about aging and creativity. At 75, Bridges shows that it is never too late to reflect, to reassess, and to openly embrace life's lessons. His career is not merely a catalog of films and awards, but a continuous journey of learning and self-discovery. This perspective resonates with fans, emphasizing that vulnerability, honesty, and personal growth are strengths rather than weaknesses. In a world often obsessed with perfection, Bridges' openness is a refreshing reminder that authenticity is far more valuable than flawless appearances. Critics and colleagues have praised Bridges for the courage it takes to publicly acknowledge his inner struggles. In doing so, he sets an example for other artists and fans alike, that success and fame do not preclude personal challenges, and that facing these challenges openly can enrich both life and art. His continued work in film, philanthropy, and mentorship demonstrates that legacy is not only measured by awards or accolades, but by the positive influence one has on others and the honesty one brings to life's journey. For fans, Bridges' admission is deeply emotional. It confirms suspicions, validates shared experiences, and reinforces admiration for an actor whose life has always seemed larger than life. Yet the revelation humanizes him, making his achievements all the more inspiring. It shows that even legends confront doubt, fear, and personal challenges, and that embracing these realities is part of what makes someone truly remarkable. Ultimately, Jeff Bridges at 75 stands as a figure of resilience, creativity, and honesty. His legacy is not just the films he has made or the roles he has immortalized, but the wisdom, humility, and authenticity he continues to share. By acknowledging the truths he once kept private, Bridges ensures that his story is not only remembered for cinematic brilliance, but also for the profound humanity that has shaped both his life and his art.